Welcome to your daily focus, January the 10th, 2023. Today in our relationships, partnerships, friendships, associations, dissatisfaction gets stirred up. And we'll talk about that and everything else that's going on. Let's start at the beginning. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. And send it right back to you. I was watching Varouche. I get a lot of comments from you saying that I don't show up in your feeds. So Varouche mentioned that if you have been a subscriber for a while, then just unsubscribe, resubscribe, and hit the bell. And then your algorithm for getting my content right away will be back in line again. So you might want to try that out. Okay, 10 energy. 10 energy. Well, the 10 energy is good luck. It's a luckier day than most. It's about moving into new seasons. So you may be in a season right now where you feel like you have lost control or have little control, or you don't know how to get grounded or centered. And that's okay, because you know when the 10 energy comes up that this too will pass. And new energy is waiting for you. 1 + 0 is a 1. So the I am, the trailblazer, the pioneer. We have courage. We have this youthfulness feeling about us on going forward, on conquering, on having successes in our life. Sun is in Capricorn. Moon. Now the moon enters Virgo, so we may be waking up to that sun or that moon in Leo, but that very soon it dissipates. So don't make your plans based on how you're feeling while you're eating breakfast, because they're bound to change, okay? Because the Virgo energy comes in, and that's about getting your ducks in a row. That's about getting organized. That's about your understanding of what has value and what doesn't. It's a lot easier to release things under a Virgo moon. So if you have a closet to clean out, some drawers to redo, cupboards perhaps, maybe you want to give, that attic a hit, or the garage. It is about understanding, what has value, what doesn't, and throwing some things away, clearing the clutter, so to speak. That could also be an internal thing that you do. Okay, and clearing the clutter and bringing in some clarity and some understanding that helps you go forward in one way or another. Venus is squaring the North Node. So this is where we see perhaps where, when we look at our relationships, that we are dissatisfied with some things. And 9 times out of 10, something happened. We didn't say anything. We wanted to keep the harmony alive, keep the beauty of the relationship alive, so we didn't say anything. And now it's an irritation, it's a dissatisfaction, and it will glare at you today. Okay, and it's glaring for a reason, for us to look at it and understand how we need to address this so that that dissatisfaction goes away. Now, we could have a little bit of yesterday's energy still mingling in here, where we just want perfection. So you really have to think it through and give it a couple of days before you actually act on it, okay? We might even blame our relationships on a day like today. Blame the relationship itself for us not going forward. In some way they have been hindering us, or hindering us in some way, or maybe just not supporting us in a way that we need our support, or whatever it may be. But we look at ways of standing in our independence today and going forward and loving ourselves and our dreams enough to do that. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. Our shadow card of the day is, look at this, the Ace of Swords. So yeah, definitely think about it today. Meditate on it. Pray on it. Contemplate it. Ponder it. This is when the aha moments, the epiphanies happen. We get that we know what to do. We know how to go forward. We know the next step. And it could have a lot to do with our independence, because we have that 1 energy too with the 10 today. So we do have a lot of energy allowing us to, if we back it up a little bit, to think things through and know a way forward. Know what we have to do in order to go forward. And usually, under a full moon energy, it's something that we need to complete or end or heal from. To move into the past in order for us to actually have the space to step into that future, that new reality, that conquest, that opportunity, that adventure. Okay, our first card. Oh my gosh, strong energy today because the devil is out here. Well, our Virgo moon will help us allow things to fall away that no longer matter, that no longer support us. Maybe it's the way we think. Maybe it's what we do, how our behaviors, our habits, old belief systems. And maybe yesterday your perception started to change, and that perception gave you a whole new look on the things that have value in your life, the things that don't, the people that support you, the people that don't. Where the clutter is, where the harmony is, where the beauty is. And this is really the phoenix rising out of the ashes. So once again, it's a good day to change up some behaviors, some habits. To discipline yourself in a very loving way to move yourself forward, knowing that that habit or that behavior is actually holding you back from going forward. Maybe your only free time is like this after work till 7 o'clock on Fridays, and you go out with everybody that you work with, which is great, but you could also be using that time, utilizing that time to move yourself forward in some way too. So maybe only do that every other week now, and do something for you every other week and see how that works out. You know, do you get the support? Do you get the happiness, the joy that you are craving out of the experience of getting together with everybody? It could be old hat now. It could be something like, it's kind of, the charm is worn off of it. Maybe you do need a break from it. It's not that to say that you're not going to go back to it, but maybe you want to pause it to do something different, to change a behavior, to change a habit that you already have in place. And that doesn't mean we have to eradicate it for life. We just have to stop it temporarily. If we want to invite it back in, it's us. It's our choice. Right? So it's completely up to you if you want to invite it back in at a later date. But for the time being, maybe it's you buy yourself a lunch out every day, but you could use that $20 a day to put towards something else. Maybe you need to buy something in order. Maybe it's a camera or a mic or whatever it might be. Big long-term things. It could be a vehicle or something like that. Maybe just a new outfit to wear, new pair of shoes. Okay, set those mini goals for yourself. Why not? It feels so much better when you do. I know when you're walking and you see something and you buy it and you feel really good about it. But there's another thing about seeing it and then coming back to it eventually and actually purchasing it because you made a plan, you made a strategy, and you were successful. Because that just helps your mind to say, hey, that's the right approach. And we procrastinate a little less and less all the time when we can do those kinds of things for ourselves. So our next card out is the Seven of Wands. Well, this is standing in your truth. This is understanding that maybe where you want to go in life, what you want to do in life, doesn't really match everybody's opinion of who you are and what you should be doing. And this is where you kind of say, no, it's for me. This is what I want to do. Now, this could be with the dissatisfaction that's kind of stirred up with Venus and the North Node together. Okay? Where you say, no, I've done it this way long enough and I don't want to do it that way anymore. It doesn't suit me anymore. It doesn't strengthen me. It actually makes me feel less than. So I'm going after something that makes me feel as great as I already am. This is speaking to a group of people sometimes. This is stating who you are, where you're going, what you're doing, what your beliefs are, what your intentions are. And every one of those people that you're addressing here are people that you want to come with you on your path, but you're not going to stay back because they don't want to go. So let's say you wanted to do a diet, okay? And so you ask everybody, this is what I want to do. I want to eat these foods and leave out these foods. And it'd be so much easier if we did this as a family, and who's in. And you want them to be in. But they also have their own free will to say no. And at that point, you don't say, well, it probably won't work if it's just me. No, you'll make it work, okay? You'll make it work if it's just you. And that's kind of what this card says. It's about making a declaration, a commitment to other people, but more so to yourself about what you are stepping into, of what you are doing different in your life, and or what you enjoy doing. And so you want to step into it more, where you want the expansion in your life. And the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, we had an ace for the shadow card, and now we have the Ace of Pentacles out here again. This is a passion, a dream, a desire. It brings in abundance. And many times when we're taking the first initial steps, we don't know if this is the right path. There's not a lot of indicators, and things are hard and challenging, and there's this to do and that to do, and it just seems overwhelming sometimes. And this energy sends you something to say, you're on the right path. Just keep going. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dream. So here, we'll give you this in the meantime. And it could be that you need a whole new closet full of clothes because you just got that job and you've got nothing to wear. That's business attire or something. And somebody down the street says, hey, I'm cleaning out my closet, because they're following the Virgo energy too. I'm cleaning out a closet. I thought, you're roughly this size, my size. So if you want, you can go through this and see what you like, and then maybe hand it off to somebody else after that. She says, I take good care of my clothes. And you open up the bag only to find an entire wardrobe for yourself for the first month that you're working this new job. And boy, aren't you going to look great. So, and it's like that, yes, you're doing it right. You're going out, you need to take that job. You need to step into it. And now you're going to look good, so you'll have the confidence. So that already took that whole troublesome path away from you in order to make it easier for you. Maybe you need a car in order to do what you want to do going forward, but you can't afford a car that you need to do A, B, and C because it's out of your price range. And somebody phones you up and says, hey, I got a buddy who's leaving the country and wants to sell everything, and nobody's making inquiries about the car, and so he's willing to sell it dirt cheap. If you have this much money, you can have the car, and so you can get the car. Probably a better car than you were hoping for. Or you might read something, or somebody might say something to you that just makes you go, whoa, what did you just say? But it's that affirmation that you get from God, your angels, your spirit guides, the universe. So that could come in your dreams, waking and sleeping, absolutely, through meditation time, prayer time, or just sitting and contemplating. Absolutely. But in some way, you can identify with a nod of approval that this is happening and you are going forward and you're making the right steps. Now let go of that fear. Let go of that anxiety. Start skipping down that path. You've got this. Okay, our mantra card for the day. Isn't that funny? Okay, Angel of Miracles. Open your heart and expect a miracle. Open your heart and expect a miracle. So what happened there was I went to flip over the first card, and it was solid, this card, but the owl is underneath it. And we've done the owl before, following your intuition, which is just as important, right? But for some reason I thought this is the card I was supposed to see. So this is the card I'm going to concentrate on. Angel of Miracles. Miracles can happen at any time. You know that, right? Angels shine a divine light of intelligence made of the highest and purest of the Holy Spirit. Angels bestow gifts and miracles upon you, appearing in many forms. A bird, a butterfly, an animal, the brightest and only flower and blossom. When synchronicities and miracles start to happen in your life, you know that the angels are with you. The angels are also assisting and guiding you during life's changes and challenges, comforting you to the next stage of your journey. Anything is possible with angels, so you can expect a positive outcome knowing the angels have heard your prayers. The mantra is, I believe in miracles. I believe in miracles. Well, if you don't believe in miracles, you'll probably never realize that you've had miracles in your life. And there's some out there that think that every single thing is a miracle. Because when you really think about, just our breathing, what a miracle that is. Well, we breathe it in and it gives us oxygen, it makes our blood flow, and all the things it has to go through in order for the inhale and the exhale alone. All the jobs it has to scurry to within our body, in our blood system. And, think about it. Everything's a miracle, really. How can that possibly happen? To grow a baby inside of you, I think that's a miracle. This little baby comes out, oh my goodness. Because the angels are always working. Our animal is the sea turtle, protection. Come on. You are master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm and your path will unfold. Persevere and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. And this is really telling you to just breathe, to just keep walking your path, and it will unfold, okay? Persevere, and you will succeed. If you stop and do nothing, success becomes limited. But when you keep taking that step after step after step, even when you don't see anything really happening, it really is happening, okay? It's very much like the Three of Pentacles when it comes out. It's about rolling up your sleeves, getting to work. Don't worry about the results, just the here and now and what you're doing. Because what you are is growing those foundations on which to build, building upon those foundations so that you can build again in every part of your life. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. Your angels are around you. Guides, the universe, that divine energy. Your higher self is witness to it all. So maybe going with the flow, the water energy of going with the flow, believing that you are taken care of. And be the master at finding life's flow. Be the master. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.